Season 4 of Yellowstone ended with a bang on Sunday, January 2nd, leaving fans all around the world wondering if there would be a fifth season on Paramount Network. And when we say bang, the show really had a high rating and even broke records left to right. And here are some of them that we would love to share. According to Nielsen data, Yellowstone and its prequel series 1883 are the only scripted series to make the top 40 most viewed cable shows for the week of December 20th, with NFL games, Fox News, ESPN, and MSNBC grabbing every other slot. It is estimated that there are 106 million, according to the New York Times. That's how many people tuned in for the CBS Dramedies 1983 conclusion, which was the most watched TV finale of all time. With the introduction of streaming services and DVRs, as well as the massive growth of television networks, finale viewership for old broadcast TV programs like Friends with 52 million, Seinfeld with 76 million, and Cheers with 80 million has broken milestones that may never be repeated. Game of Thrones Season 4 finale, which drew 9.3 million viewers, topped Game of Thrones 2016 Season 6 finale, which drew 8.9 million viewers, according to Nielsen. A series high for the popular premium cable HBO drama at the time. Though the popular premium cable HBO drama's final 2 seasons far surpassed that figure, with its Season 8 finale drawing an HBO record 19.3 million viewers. According to Deadline, the Paramount Network's Season 4 debut of Yellowstone got 8 million viewers in November. By attaining 10.3 million viewers in its 2013 series finale, Breaking Bad, another basic cable drama that soared from relative obscurity to monocultural fame, outperformed Yellowstone's peak. According to Nielsen, Yellowstone soared past the critically acclaimed AMC drama Mad Men series finale, which drew 3.3 million viewers, a series high. Well, numbers don't lie, right? That clearly proves how amazing the show is. And with that, we're here to share y'all some details we know about the upcoming 5th season of Yellowstone. Release date. Yellowstone Season 5 is yet to announce its release date. However, filming on the 5th season is expected to begin in May 2022, according to Deadline in December 2021. So there may not be too long to wait. Cast. Many of the characters from Yellowstone will not be able to return for a 5th season, as those who have seen the past few episodes of the show will know. While it's terrible news for Hugh Dillon's Sheriff Donnie Haskell and Will Patton's Sheriff Garrett Randall, it's good news for practically everyone else. Kevin Costner is expected to reprise his role as John Dutton, the family's patriarch and the ranch's long-suffering guardian, while other family members such as Kelly Riley played Britannia as John's daughter and Beth as a vicious banker with drug addiction difficulties are expected to return. Casey, John's youngest son, is set to be played by Luke Grimes. The cast will be completed by Cole Hauser as Rip Wheeler, Kelsey Asbill as Monica Long Dutton, Brecken Merrill as Tate Dutton, Jefferson White as Jimmy Herdstrom, Gil Birmingham as Chief Thomas Rainwater, Denham Richards as Colby Mayfield, Ian Bohan as Ryan, and Ryan Bingham as Walker. Fans will have to stay tuned for additional information on newly added characters, including Caroline Warner, played by Jackie Weaver, and Summer Higgins, played by Piper Perabo. Plot. Season 4 finished on a surprisingly positive note, whereas Season 3 left us hanging with a slew of cliffhangers. However, there are still a few concerns that we hope the 5th season will explain, such as what Casey's apocalyptic vision means for the ranch's future, if Jimmy and Emily are leaving the show for the 6666 spin-off, and what on earth Beth Dutton has in store. However, with no narrative specifics for the 5th season yet to be released, fans will have to keep an eye out for additional information. Trailer. As of now, there is still no trailer for the 5th season. A trailer is unlikely to be released until filming is finished, but with no news on when that could be, it's difficult to say when we might see. A trailer is unlikely to be released until filming is finished, but with no news on when that could be, it's difficult to say when we might see that trailer. The best guess is late summer 2020, considering the 5th season is expected to air around November. A teaser for the season might be released much sooner by Paramount Network. However, it would only be a confirmation video with no new footage. Now, in case you missed it, here's a short recap on what happened to the 4th season of Yellowstone. The finale was all about Beth. Season 4 was criticized for what many see to be a tiresome flanderization of Beth Dutton, one of the show's most intriguing characters. According to a report by the New York Times, the series finale finally provides viewers a look inside Beth's trauma, while also reminding them of the shark-like reflexes and foresight she has displayed in prior seasons. Beth is so saddened by her father's rejection that she begins preparing to leave the ranch after angering him in episode 9. For a brief moment, Beth's childlike need to achieve her father's favor appears to triumph over the love and security she has with Rip, but John demands she stay. Beth feels motivated to make up to her father's loss after losing her mother at a young age and being made to feel as though it was her fault. And that terrible attitude sticks with her. Later, when her new tween charge, Carter, tries to call her mama, Beth lashes out at him. Irritated by her own feelings of loss and shame, she projects them onto him, and it's impossible to know who is sadder: Carter, who has been rejected, or the shattered little girl coming from the 35-year-old woman's mouth. Ending the episode, Beth reminds both Jamie and the audience why she sees her long-hated half-brother as a guy capable of nothing but betrayal and cowardice in the middle of her successful manipulation of him. Beth has never coped with the abortion and sterilization she had when she was 15 years old, and she will always regard Jamie's actions as the cause of her sorrow. The continuous spotlighting of Beth's psychological traumas in the finale might signal a return to the multifaceted character that has enthralled viewers in prior seasons. The revelation of the difference between John and Jamie Dutton. Jamie explains to Casey in episode 4, Winning or Learning, that he's been battling for the Dutton family from behind the scenes. In season 3, he confesses that he's the reason Casey and others on the ranch aren't charged for the retribution they exact on the militia soldiers. Jamie believes it doesn't matter when Casey justifies their behavior by claiming they were the men who attacked our father. There's what's right, and then there's the law, he continues, but they're not the same thing. Following Summer's over-the-top punishment, John Dutton echoes Jamie's slogan in his chat with the judge in the season finale. There's a distinction between what's legal and what's just, John continues, implying that it was John who first taught Jamie the concept. Of course, the distinction resides in the two men's perceptions of which of these often diametrical opposed views should eventually prevail. Justice takes precedence above law for John. Jamie, a lawyer rather than a seasonal rancher, believes that the law prevails above any individual's concept of justice. John can accept Jamie if the law aligns with his idea of what is right. John can't pursue vigilante justice when the law prevents him from doing it effectively or efficiently. Because of Jamie's own conduct, it's a potentially irreparable divide that's made much more problematic. Jamie, not John, is the one who directly performs 2 murders in order to defend himself by safeguarding the Duttons' interests, despite the fact that John has mounds of dead and gallons of blood on his hands. And of course, Season 4 made us question a lot about Casey. Season 4's conclusion may not be as spectacular as Season 3, but it leaves fans with a lot of unanswered issues. For starters, despite the fact that Monica and Casey's relationship barely appears in the background of a few episodes this season, Casey's vision on the mountain alludes at a larger thing to come for the two. The deceased brother, who represents all things Dutton, Avery, who represents temptation and infidelity, and an unknown woman are all present in Casey's spiritual journey, along with flashbacks to his traumatic time serving as a Navy SEAL. Casey pursues the wolf to a fork in the road, but the viewer isn't shown what is ahead of them. Casey replies, "I saw the end of us," when Monica asks him what he saw on the mountain. While Monica clearly believes that us refers to her and Casey, we don't know for sure. Season 4 hints to the Duttons' way of life being destroyed in such a way that it might just as easily allude to anything outside of their marriage. After reliving his experiences as a soldier and resisting the first two temptations in his vision, the audience is left to wonder what precisely Casey sees. Casey has been suggested as the most salvageable member of the Dutton family on several occasions, so whatever decision he takes on the mountain will most certainly have big ramifications in Season 5. Jimmy and Lloyd reflect on Yellowstone's core issue in Episode 10. Jimmy returns to the ranch after his brief reassignment to the 4-6's ranch in Texas, where he found both love and himself. When Jimmy arrives with his new fiancée, Emily, fired barrel racers Laramie and Jimmy's ex-girlfriend Maya are in the bunkhouse for an unknown reason. Emily and Maya fight, and the latter departs devastated. In keeping with Season 4's fistfights before storylines trend, it's tempting to dismiss the fight as another macho, that's just how it is here moment. But Jimmy's tiredness from the Dutton Ranch's drama is the driving force behind his decision to leave. Lloyd, Jimmy's ranch mentor, is torn between his young friend's decision and his own. The fact that Jimmy is leaving behind a life that has imprisoned Lloyd for years makes him pleased, but it also serves as a reminder to Lloyd that the ship has gone for him. This is illustrated by the disparity between Lloyd's personal circumstances and those of the young ranch worker in whom he previously saw himself, which further contributes to his depressive state in Season 4. While Jimmy is able to develop and recognize the dangers of clinging to a way of life that no longer exists, Lloyd is not. Jimmy and Lloyd illustrate a major theme in Yellowstone in their opposing perspectives on what the Dutton Ranch represents: progression, evolution, and pragmatism versus tradition, nostalgia, and romanticism. It's the series' main conflict, and one that the finale drives home in both its title and John's conversation with the judge. Now that's a wrap. Are you looking forward to the 5th season of Yellowstone? What are your expectations for the series? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.